Hi guys, and today we are here live for a lesson about email writing. If you don't know who I am, my name is Daria and I'm an English teacher. I have been teaching online for a while now, for several years, and we make online courses about a variety of topics, but mostly all these courses are about professional and personal communication in English. I'm trying to help people, to help you, to express yourselves, to not to feel lost for words, to have phrases to say, not to be afraid to start a conversation, and of course to do your business, to do your job if you use English for professional activity. And I'm planning to teach a series of lessons telling you about different business skills. I mean, it's not like you are going to work for an international corporation. Most of my students, most of my clients have their own businesses. It's usually small businesses, and they work in IT, they work in marketing, they work in copywriting, in different activities. They are freelancers, and yes, we all have to get results to produce something for our clients. And of course, if you speak English fluently, freely, without big communicational problems, of course, this can expand your professional reach and this can bring you great results. And most of the courses, yes, most of the materials, English learning materials, they are usually very formalized and they are about theory, about how to do that. I mean, very long, yes, very complex, and I would like to give you such a simple guide on how to communicate with people professionally at different levels. We will start with writing emails, but I also would like to talk about meetings, about small talk, about conferences, about your pitch, yes, about your presentations if you present your products or collect investments and something like that. And it will be short lessons teaching you different skills, and of course I will appreciate your questions, your feedback, and if you need help with some particular business activity, please let me know. I will be happy to make a lesson for you. And yes, we will start with the emails, and well, I don't know, for me it is really the most painful question which I hear from my students. I personally don't see a big problem in writing emails, but this is what we do with most of my students, and they come to me and they say that for them it's a problem, they don't know how to do that, and they would like to improve their writing skills. So let's do that. I will teach you some basics, and I will show you a lesson from our new course. We have just launched a course which is called Email Writing Masterclass, and at the end of the lesson I will tell you a little bit more about this course. Maybe you will find it useful for yourself. Okay, so emails. What is the problem with the emails? I mean, why is it so difficult to write for us? Well, the first thing is, yes, writing is a complex skill which collects all the things which we know together. Yes, I mean, you need to have vocabulary, you need to have grammar, you need to have style, you need to know context and all the things. And it looks like a terribly difficult skill. And here comes the first mistake which people make when they are trying to learn how to write and how to write emails in particular. So the first thing is being smart. Well, I will explain the situation to you and you will tell me if it's true or not. Please don't hesitate to comment. I'm not sure if we have the live chat. Let me check right now. So if we have the live chat active, of course, you can send the messages in the chat or comment on the video. Well, if English is not your first language, if you are just learning English, the first trap which we all get caught, right? It is trying to be too intelligent. What do I mean by that? The first thing is using the dictionary too much, okay? And this is really big deal. I mean, you are making this mistake if you use a dictionary all the time in your writing. So, if you can understand me right now and I'm speaking English, it means that you know enough vocabulary to write a simple email. I promise you. But if you keep using the dictionary again and again and again, and you find some words which are long, which seem very clever to you, but you don't know how to use these words in context because you didn't catch them from the context, you found them in the dictionary, then for you, the chance of making a mistake is actually very much higher. Really, because separate words don't work in writing. You need to know the context. You need to know the phrases. So that's why you need to have the phrases, the phrase bank, I call it. You need to know the collocations. And this doesn't come from the dictionary. And this is why many people use the wrong words in the wrong context, and then misunderstandings appear and people don't understand you and they look at you and it looks weird. Your English might look weird. I'm not saying it necessarily does, but generally this is what happens when people are trying to be too clever. Writing in a simple way actually pays off. And I will explain you why. So what is an email? I mean, if we talk about different types of messages, different types of communications, yeah? So an email, it is the fast professional exchange for solving a concrete problem. So people expect very fast solution. They don't want to read your English language exercise. Really? I mean, I might sound rude, I'm sorry, but that's true. So if you want to learn how to use intelligent vocabulary, make the writing exercises, post them on italki notebook, I don't know, Busu notebook, yes, there are different websites which will help you with your writing. Even on Reddit you can do that. They have this professional community learning English. They can check your writing when you experiment with vocabulary. But emails is not a place to experiment, really. So you need to write in the most simple way possible. This is very important. That's why I will write that as our priority. So simple words and short sentences. And I understand this can be a problem because I was born in Russia. My native language is Russian. I can't say that this is my first language right now because I speak more English than Russian. But I know that in my language people like long sentences. And we like to use complex words and we like to use, I don't know, long structures. But this doesn't work for us for English. But when Russians learn English, they have this problem. They say, oh, I write too short sentences, they don't look intelligent enough. And I'm like, I feel bad, I'm primitive. No, you are not. If you are functional and if the person wants, can understand what you want from them, basically, yeah, this will help you and this will make you more effective than being smart, looking smart. Yeah, so in business writing there is this statement. They say always choose to be smart over looking smart. When you think too much about how you look, this is a bad thing. When you do whatever the person expects from you and you achieve results with your emails, this is a good thing. And this is the thing which you need to remember. Okay? So this is the first thing. Try to use the dictionary as little as possible and make your goal to learn to write with all the vocabulary which you have. In your free time, you can experiment, you can learn new phrases, for example, yes? You can, I don't know, write some sophisticated text, go to university, prepare for the exam, practice academic writing, but this will all be your free time activity. In business, you need to work fast and effectively. Well, if you have a little problem with the phrases and collocations, I will recommend one resource to you, because really maybe dictionaries it's a bad idea, but the dictionary of collocations, this is a very good help for your writing. So if you are searching for the combination, yeah, for example, today we had this conversation and my friend asked me, can I say very unique? So imagine that you are writing this sentence, yes? We make a very unique product. Okay, so you are not very sure, yes? So like you want to showcase your product, you want to show the good side of it, but you don't know if you can say very unique or not. If you have this question, you go to ozdic.com, ozdic.com. This is the collocations dictionary. You type in the word unique in this dictionary, and it shows you that it's not possible to use very. Well, I will not give you a rule, but I could give you a rule. Yeah, so unique is an extreme adjective, and we usually don't use very with extreme adjectives. We only use very with rateable adjectives, neutral adjectives. But anyway, I mean, you don't have the time to remember the rule, even if you know that, yeah? It's easier to go to Ozdic and to see that, for example, it's better to say truly unique. This is a set combination, this is a collocation, and if you use this phrase, you see it's actually more beautiful, right? That we have or we make a truly unique product. This is a good help for you. So I will put it like that. Collocations dictionary. Collocations dictionary. So if you do that regularly, you'll help your vocabulary, you will learn the phrases in context, and this will actually improve your writing skills very, very much. Good. And now let's go on. So what else is the problem with the emails? And the problem with writing, to tell the truth, because yes, as I started saying to you about these problems, so people usually say, yes, I don't have enough vocabulary for writing, and it's not true, because you can write very well with, I don't know, a couple of thousand words, which you already know, I'm sure. Okay, the second problem is mixing up the styles. And yes, I mean, this is what I hear quite often from people. They say, yes, I mean, I don't know what is polite, what is impolite. I don't know how to address this person. I don't know how to formulate this idea. Because, well, yes, I've heard something about formal, informal structures, and well, I don't know how to use them correctly. And every time I have to write an email, I am hesitant about the style of my writing, yeah, and this makes it uncomfortable because I am not sure if I'm making the cultural mistake. So here, yes, it's very, very important how you write, in what style, and yes, you need to be a little bit prepared for that. So we mostly have three styles, yes? So we have the formal style, we have informal style, and we have semi-formal style. Okay, semi, it's half, meaning half. So semi, yeah, it's, well, it's not very informal, but it's not too formal, so to say. So formal style we usually use for official communication. And it's very long, it's very complex, I don't know the word, yeah, I mean, it's really cold, so to say, and for that you really need to use a lot of set formulas, a lot of set rules, but yeah, and I would say that in our everyday reality it's not used very much. I mean, our world, thanks to globalization, we can say, it's, well, we are getting closer together, and in most professional areas in which I have to communicate, well, they don't use formal style too much. But of course, if you are writing some serious documents, if you are drafting the contracts, yes, if you are a lawyer, or if you are making a technical specification, for example, for a product, oh, these technical specifications, they are all written in a strange language. Yeah, you've noticed that. This is actually formal style because we don't face it every day, and for us it seems a little bit tricky. And informal style, you need to understand that this is personal, this is close personal communication. Be very careful about it too, because many people say, oh, we have informal communication, but what you can say in front of the beer to your best friend, it's not the same what you will say to your partner or a client, even if you have very nice communication, even if you have very nice relationship, right? So this is very important. So that's why when we say informal, something comes to mind. Imagine that you are writing to your best friend, or imagine that you are writing to your sister or your brother. I mean, all these jokes between you, which people don't understand, very short, very, how to say, very fast communication, when the phrases are not complete, when the vocabulary you use has its own meaning, so to say, so something like that, and you understand it's not very, again, it's not appropriate. So what I'm talking about here, I'm talking about texting, so texting style. So for example, to you, I'll make it stronger, yeah? To you, for example. Emojis, okay? I don't know, all these brackets which are so popular in the Russian language culture, and so on and so on. So, no punctuation. This is my personal problem. People really start writing right now, these days, like they are writing in the Facebook Messenger. And this is not always appropriate. So generally, okay, so I will put it here, no punctuation. So generally, yes, if we talk about informal communications, we can say that this is a language of messengers. This is how you send text messages or, I don't know, talk in WhatsApp. But I am sure you will agree with me, when you want to write an email to the person who you don't know or you don't know very well, of course you will not be writing this email in the same way as to your best friend, right? For that we have this semi-formal style. So then I usually call this style polite. This is not formalized like, oh my, would you mind, yeah, to long sentences, passive voice, and so on and so on. No. In semi-formal style, you use conversational style. You use phrasal verbs, you use short structures, you use spoken grammar, but still you follow the rules of politeness. Okay? And for that, this will make your writing nice to a person, easy to read, okay? And this will mean that you know the cultural standards and your English is good enough. So that's why, yes, we don't like formal style. Formal style, it is no phrasal verbs, passive voice, only using long words, only using full sentences, without this spoken grammar, yes, cuts. Or informal style, when we use the texting, the emojis, we mix up the punctuation. So these are two opposite points. You want to stay in the middle. Yes, you can write in a conversational voice, but you want to stay polite. And we will talk a little bit more about that. And now we will be moving on to the structure, okay, to the structure and the language. So the first point is inventing the wheel. Okay, you know the wheel, and I hope you know this idiom, yes? When you are invent the wheel, it means you are trying to make it all from the beginning, all the time, without using the set structures, in this case, set standards and so on. You don't need to invent, you don't need to make up every email from scratch. This is very important to understand. So if you look at the blank page of your email editor, yes, and you have nothing ready in your head, this is very stressful. This is really, really difficult, yeah, because you will feel stressed every time. For that, you need to understand, because writing emails is very functional, it's very practical. Of course, there are set phrases for every situation, for every type of the message. And the best way is actually to learn these set phrases. And again, people often make mistake about being smart here, because they try to make a list of set expressions as long as possible. So they find, some worksheet on the internet with 100 phrases. I have seen that blog posts, 75 phrases to use in the emails, 100 phrases to use in the email. Well, is it possible to learn 100 phrases, in a week? No, I don't think so. And you don't need 100 phrases. So you have a set structure for the email. Let's have a look at it. So, remove that. So you have, first of all, you have the subject line. It will be separate from your main message, but it's the most important part of your email, because you are telling the person what it is about in this point, yeah? And then when you go to the main body, you have greeting, polite formula, why you're writing, yes? You have your call to action, you have polite formula, and you have your signature. Okay, I hope it's clearly seen. Yeah, it's a little bit, well, a little bit small. I'm sorry, maybe expand this screen. So basically you have this, okay, you have these 6 parts of the email. Some of them are automatic. You don't need to invent them again and again and again. So you do that every time the same way. You say hello, you say goodbye, you have your signature pre-written, yes? I don't think you make the signature every time, yes? And only in these 3 and 4 parts, you will actually think about your message, yeah? Because all the other parts will be automatic. So if you learn, for example, 2 phrases here, like semi-formal, informal, semi-formal, informal. And why I do that? Why I show it to you like that? Because you will be using semi-formal if you are writing to the person who you don't know at all. Yeah, I mean, if it's a cold email, if it's a job application, you have never seen this person. But if you already communicate, you will be writing in a more informal style. Again, not completely informal, as I said to you at the beginning, like before, yeah, but just friendly style, we can call it. So if you know 2 phrases and you understand which style each phrase is, this will be enough for you. So these 4 parts will be automatic, and you will think a little bit here in the middle. Right? So I hope this is clear. This is your template. This is your plan, how you will be structuring your emails. And right now, I will show you, I will try to help you with the beginning of your emails. I will broadcast you a class from our new course, because this email masterclass, which we have recorded for the Skillshare platform, it is the course which is showing you step by step how you can improve or learn to write the good emails effectively. I'm showing you what mistakes the non-native speakers of English usually make, and I'm showing you how to correct that. So I wanted to just demonstrate an example lesson from this course, and if you are interested, please find the link to the course in the description to this video and follow this link. If you are on Skillshare platform, you will get access to the course immediately. If you are not, you can sign up, create your profile. Skillshare will give you 2 months of free access with this my link, so you can use this 2 months of premium, and if you like the platform, you will stay on it and you will continue watching courses, all our courses and maybe other courses about different topics, because this is quite a big platform. Right now, don't go away, watch the lesson about the best phrases, how to start the email, and I will be back after this lesson. Okay, hi guys again, and let's go on. And as I promised to you, right now we will be working with this golden formula again, as I told you in the previous class. So you start with the greeting, how to greet people. There are 2 different types, informal and formal style of communication. It depends on what area or what professional area you are in. For example, if you are in IT business, people mostly communicate informally to each other, even if they don't know each other. But if you are in finance or in law, for example, people use formal language. Let's start with informal greetings because they are used more often, but I will show how you can do it in a formal way too. So informally, we can say, hello, Jim. I would even call it semi-formal. You can use it with strangers, but I will be increasing the informality with every phrase, so to say. So, hi, Jim. This is shorter. This, I suggest you use it with people who you've already talked to several times, yeah? Hey, Jim. This is for colleagues mostly, or I don't know, maybe your friends, yeah, working between different companies. But hey, you can understand this is already, of course, informal, very informal. Hi there. This is used again informally if you don't know who you're talking to, yeah, if you don't know the name of the person. And for example, if you address the whole group, you will say, hi everyone, something like that. With the comma, again, yes, it's not the exclamatory mark. Pick whatever you want, but I have shown you these grades, yeah, from hello to hi to he. Informally, we mostly use dear. You can use dear, Mr., Miss basis with the surname, yeah. You can use dear with the full name, dear Jim Shelby, or you can use dear with the first name only, yeah. All three variants are very polite. Of course, this one is the most formal, but this one will be, well, it's neutral style, it's accepted everywhere. You can use it easily. Good. So these are our greetings, and now you introduce yourself. As I said, there are two different situations. If the person expects your email, I am sure you will agree with me. It's stupid to say, well, this is Daria. Yeah, I mean, this person knows who you are. In this case, we just use some basic polite formulas. Hope you are doing well. Hope everything is well. So just start positively. Be polite to people. They will appreciate that, I promise. For example, thank you for your last message. Yeah, you can see it very much in the UK. Thank you for your email, and so on and so on. It was nice hearing from you last week. So generally, you see that this is some continuation of the conversation. People talked before, right? And this is just polite. But if the person doesn't expect your email, or you are even writing a cold email, applying for a job, writing to a potential partner or something like that, in this case, yeah, you need to introduce yourself. This is Jane from IT Fixes, yeah? This is Daria from Smart English Learning. This is what I'm writing usually in such emails. My name is Anna Krolova. As I said, it's better to use the full name until you start working together, for example. I represent IT Fixes. You can say I work for IT Fixes. My name is Katya Müller. We talked at the VP conference last month. So you either present your company or you remind the person how you know each other. Yes, you communicated before, and this will help you start the conversation. And now our favorite question: what do you want from me? There are several variants how you can formulate your phrase. So you can say this is to, or just wanted to. This is informal, and this, yes, we usually use it with the people who we know. So for example, this is to let you know, okay, we have dispatched your goods, for example. This is to let you know we are coming to the meeting tomorrow, and so something like that. This is to I just wanted to ask about the package. I just wanted to ask about the yesterday's meeting, something like that. So you see, I skip here, it's very short, and here I skip the subject. That's why it's informal. Don't use it with absolutely unknown people. So just wanted to make sure, for example, yeah, just wanted to make sure you are coming to the meeting tomorrow, for example. I wanted to discuss, this is to tell you about something, and so on. If you want to have a more formal communication. Yes, so if you don't know this person very well, you can start with I'm writing to. In order to, you are showing the purpose. Yeah, I'm writing to ask, I'm writing to suggest, I'm writing to offer you something, for example, and I will understand, okay, your offer is interesting for me, yeah, so I will react immediately. You will save my time and I will be grateful to you. These verbs which you continue with, you can, well, there are variations, of course, but the set phrases like this is to, just wanted to, I'm writing to, learn them and use them everywhere. It's actually easier. I'm writing to make sure. Yes, and this is very important. I'm writing to confirm. If you are making a booking, if you are talking to the hotel, yeah. I have a video about these types of verbs, of functions which we make in business, and I recommend you to check it out because you will learn some verbs if you don't know them by now. Okay, now continue. How else you can tell about the purpose of your writing? You can say I'm following up on. So if you want to continue some kind of conversation, if you communicated by the phone, if you met at the conference, something like that, and you really want to stay in touch. Yes, so I'm following up on our conversation, my previous email, if the person didn't answer, for example, following up on our talk on the phone, and I'm following up on my offer. And again, I don't want to disturb people too much, but sometimes because everybody receives so many emails, you want to follow up on something. If you sent a proposal and you didn't hear back from the person, I don't know, in 5, 6, 7 days, well, yes, you can follow up. Maybe not 3, 4 times like some people do. I mean, yeah, I think that one follow-up email after your primary cold email would be enough, but it depends on your marketing strategy, of course. But generally, yes, you use this phrase, I'm following up on. And there can be different situations. If you had a talk and somebody asked for something from you, as we agreed, as we talked before, I am sending you our proposal. Yes, for example, I'm glad to inform you when you are giving a person good news, or I am afraid I have to. This is the polite formula. Again, I like to talk about these polite formulas. Yeah, so you don't start the sentence with I am sorry. You start it with I am afraid if you are going to tell the person bad news. And this is how we do it, and let's have a look at some examples. For example, this is a good email which I received about my website. Yeah, hi, hope your week is going well. So the person is being polite. I'm Randy, a freelance writer. I understand what the person does. I would like to write a guest post for your website. So this is clear. It took me half a minute. I understood everything. I answered this person back, and he actually wrote an article for me, yeah, because it's a good example. Another good example. Hello, Daria. I'm Sarah from, and I honestly believe this is a very good practice to give the website. You see here, it's the link, because I can go immediately to the website and I can understand what the person does. But she even gives me the explanation, blogging about business English. Okay, I understand now. Well, then she makes me a compliment. Well, this is just being positive. If you are looking for guest posts, I would like to work with you. Again, I understood it very fast, and she gave me some positive emotions, and it's well structured email with the correct greeting, with the correct self-introduction, and with the clear objective, yes, for her writing. What about bad examples? Let's look at that. Hi guys. Well, first of all, well, I'm not even talking about this big letter guys, but I'm not a guy and there are not many of us, and it looks like the person hasn't researched me, right? I mean, it's not polite from my point of view. And he starts with a question. I mean, he thinks he will attract my attention, but it doesn't make sense. How would you like? a lot more quality content. I mean, what is it about me here? Yeah, I mean, why are you writing to me? And then we've reviewed your website. Did I ask you to? So this is an attempt of a cold email, which is, you know, very communicative, but it doesn't work for me because it's poorly structured. And another one. Well, hi. It's very informal. How can you use that if you don't even know my name? I don't understand. If your app is for sale, please get in touch with me. So it's like, I honestly think it's not the best idea to start the sentence with if, because you give me a choice. You don't need to give me a choice. You need to catch my attention in this email. Yeah, I'm interested, but I don't even have an app. Well, why is he writing to me? Who is that? Really? So I hope you understand what I meant. And right now, I hope you have a list of good phrases which you can use for different situations in business and private communication. And we will continue in the next lesson. Okay, and we are back, and I hope you have enjoyed this lesson because I was trying to give you exact phrases which you can use in two different styles, and you have seen, yes, there were two different types of the situations when the person is expecting your emails and when somebody is not. Yes, you are writing to somebody who doesn't know that you are actually writing to them. But this start, okay, this beginning, I really believe this is half or maybe even more of your success. And if you learn how to write very well this third part about why you are writing, and if you add nice call to actions to your emails, you will be really unstoppable. So you see, again, I will repeat the same idea. It's not about vocabulary, I mean complex vocabulary. It is really about your communication with the person. When you write the email, you need to remember one thing. You are writing this for somebody, for something. You are not doing that for yourself. So if you remember about that, you will be less frustrated, you will not have time to worry too much, and it means that you will have more energy to actually think about the context of your contents of your message, and in this way you will be more successful with that. If you think that this lesson was useful for you, I hope that you will find my course, Email Writing Masterclass, also useful for yourself. So follow the link in the Skillshare platform and join the course. It's just 1 hour long, but I'm covering very important points about the style and vocabulary of business writing for non-native English speakers, and I genuinely hope that this will help you improve your writing skills in English. Next week we will be coming with a live session again. I will be telling you about the basic business verbs, what they mean, how to use them, and what's the best context. We will be talking about phrasal verbs, we will be talking about full verbs. It promises to be a very useful vocabulary lesson, so please come next week. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to the updates and watch all the videos which I'm making about communication in English. And if you have any questions, please contact me, comment on the video. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day.